What's up, YouTube? Kris Jolls here. Want to answer a quick question I got. Someone noticed that I develop locally and they sent me an email. How do you do that? So today I thought I'd take a couple minutes real quick to show you how I develop locally. So what does it mean to develop locally? Well, let's talk specifically about WordPress. And in a nutshell, when you build a WordPress website in the usual manner, it's live on your server's host, okay? Whether it be GoDaddy, whatever it may be. Okay, so your website's up on a server. It doesn't have to be live because you could always hide it through a construction page or something like that. But anyways, you're developing live, which means when you go to press update and upload your images, you're relying on an internet connection. Okay, you have to have that internet connection. You also have to wait for the upload time. You have to wait for the time it takes to press resend, refresh, and update and all that stuff. Whereas when you're developing locally, you're developing it on your computer, which means the database, the files, and everything that it takes to run a WordPress website all live on your computer, okay? So then this means you don't have to have the internet connection to view your site even. You could be developing your WordPress website, go to view it in your browser like Chrome, and it doesn't even have to be connected to the internet. It will show up, it will work just fine. Now you can't link out to other websites and stuff like that, of course, without your internet on. But while you're developing locally, it does not live on your host. It is not connected to your GoDaddy account or anything like that. This means you have quite a bit of an increase in time and speed. Things pretty much upload like that. When you're in your CSS file and you're making changes and you press save, it's ready to go. You don't have to FTP it back up to your site and wait for that. When you're in your WordPress dashboard and you upload a picture, you don't have to wait for that response time from the internet. It's pretty much instantaneous. It's really fast. So your development time gets shrunk down quite a bit. Not to mention, you get to play around your website and build your website without it being seen by the world, and all those changes won't be seen by everyone else. So there's different ways to create a local area development, and you could get XAMPP and MAMP for Mac and PC, and that's basically what I use. But I do go through a third-party tool from ServerPress called DesktopServer. Pretty much takes the paperwork, if you will, out of having to set up this development. It creates your database, connects it with your WordPress website, and puts it all in a neat little folder for you. As well, it helps you do other things like create blueprints, which helps you develop faster by creating an environment in WordPress that you like to use all the time. So let's say you use the same plugins, the same security plugins, the same SEO plugins, and you also always go into the back end of your WordPress website and change all the settings, right? You always change your permalinks, you always change this and that. So what you could do is you could take all those settings, all the plugins that you use, throw them into a blueprint so that when you go create your new WordPress website, you could just start from that blueprint and you don't have to go in, add all those plugins and change all those settings again. So what is DesktopServer? Let's go over there and I'll show you exactly what it is. So DesktopServer comes from ServerPress.com. These guys are a really great group of developers. They have a really excellent customer service. They are not sponsoring this video, just to let you know, but this is a tool that I use. This is a tool I highly recommend. I'll have the link below of where to get it. Yes, it's an affiliate link, but again, they're not sponsoring this video. I'm just sharing you with how I get some of my work done. So come to their website and you can see more about what it is they do and what it is. They have tutorials and videos and documentation of how to use their product. And then they have down here bullet points of what makes them really good. What makes it a good service. So you could come over here to try and buy, and right here it will tell you some of the features it has. Your server, it sets up your MySQL, it includes PHP 5.5, so it's all nice and up to date. It includes WordPress in it. You also, once you've made a site, you could copy it, duplicate it, and have two branches off of what you're doing. I do pay the $100 a year for the developer, the premium, which allows you, the main thing is to manage unlimited sites. So instead of just 3 that comes with the free product, you could do unlimited, which I quickly found myself 3 wasn't enough. My clients alone, more or less, the side projects that I like to have. The really good thing about this is that I could go set up a WordPress website on my local environment and just play around, tinker with it, break it, try experimenting and learning with new things, and I could do this in a whole lot less time than it would take me to do if it was live. And I could go when I could break, in a sense, I could go and break my PHP files and get returned errors and stuff, but fix that really, really fast because I have my files right here on my computer. I don't have to FTP nothing, and it just saves me a world of headaches. If you're a developer and you develop for clients and stuff, I would definitely recommend getting the premium, because like I said, you get the unlimited use of websites. You get a lot of other great features like support for multi-site. Let's see, you could export the archives, which is really neat. So if you want to share your website that you're developing with other developers or designers, you could do that. You could create blueprints in both of them. That's a really good option. The other good feature that comes with the premium service is the direct deploy to WordPress server. It makes it all easier, coming from your local environment to your live environment, because you do have to change your permalinks, you do have to change your URLs, you will have to change your .dev to .com. And then the other really great thing that comes with the premium is the assisted deploy, and I've used this in the past a couple times, and these guys basically will take your site and throw it up there for you. It's really awesome, and it's really come in handy. These guys took it off my hands, made it happen for me, and I tell you what, that alone was worth $100. Let me just show you what that looks like real quick. Here's an example site that I use to maybe do some of my tutorials and stuff like that, and it's just basically WordPress. But you'll see it's an example site .dev. It is not a .com site. This is not live. Okay, this just lives on my computer. But you'll see I have access to WordPress, the database, everything that I have that I need in WordPress is here. So that means, as I said before, all the great benefits from speed to being able to play with your website without others seeing it. Let's say you have this site right here live online. Fetch your database and your files, bring it into this local host, make your changes and your updates while your site is still live online. You could make your changes and your updates locally, and then when you're ready to push your new site, take this website now, push it to your live server, and within a couple minutes your site is switched out. I would really recommend you go check out ServerPress if you're interested in local development. Yes, you can do local development for free by yourself without a tool like this. As a matter of fact, like I said, you could get the free version of this tool as well. But this really does help keep things nice and neat. I have about 20 development sites currently I'm using this program with. So that means, I could go into a folder, there's all my files, and with the push a button, I'm ready to go. So it's really neat. Really takes the pain out of setting that all up, and then, like I said, along with some extra really great features. So go check these guys out. Like I said, the link is going to be in the bottom. I hope this video helped you, and especially those guys that were asking about developing locally. I know when I first started developing websites, especially WordPress, and I'd see all these tutorials about people developing locally, I was like, dude, how the heck do they do that? I figured out how to do that, and then I also found this tool, which really makes it takes a step up a notch. Save yourself some time. And the other thing I wanted to mention was, the thing is with these premium support plugins, or whatever you want to call them, tools, is they all have and can have security issues if you don't keep them up to date. So while you can go and buy the developer's license for this, or the premium support license for this, and let it expire after the year and still use the program will still work. You just won't be able to update it. Now that's where I will say I don't recommend doing that. I like to keep my licenses up to date so I could update that product. I would really recommend that too. On a side note, with any plugin that you use for WordPress, if you buy the premium one, let's say you buy the premium iTheme security, let's say you buy the premium BuddyPress, or you buy the premium backup server, Backup Buddy, and all those good things, which are really awesome tools, which you really should have. Don't let them expire. Don't go years without updating. It's just really not a good idea. It's a great way to weaken the security and increase the vulnerability of your website. So again, I hope you liked this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Rate it, like it, subscribe it, and do all that frilly stuff that you do with YouTube videos. I'd appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later. Aloha.